When I grew up and I thought I have to do something, I get very nervous about the whole thing because basically deep down inside, I knew I don't do anything. I can't do it. It's inspiration. Art is something that comes from what appears to be the outside. It's not the outside. It's our real being. It's our collective being, so to speak. That's why before I go on stage, there'd never be enough pizza or anything else that I was obsessed with, because I was very nervous about the whole thing. And I knew I couldn't do it, but yet it would still happen. I'm not an artist. I'm not a musician who makes music. Music makes me a musician. And at the same time, music makes me a musician. It simultaneously makes an audience. There has to be something heard that hears what's going on. If this goes back to the tree in the forest, if nobody hears it, it doesn't make a sound until it's heard. And music doesn't do anything just in my head. It has to be expressed and it has to find an audience, and it will find the audience. So that took all the heat off of me, and all I have to do is just show up and listen. I go out and look at the crowd, and I think of all those live gigs that I've done in my life, and all kinds of venues, from Royal Albert Hall to the Knickerbocker in Westerly, you know, and or sitting at a piano alone at the Ocean House. And it doesn't matter. There's something that's appropriate for that scene. There's something that happens there. And it doesn't happen alone at home. If we all go home feeling better than when we came, what supplies the difference? And that's the purpose of art here right now, is to save our butts when we were in trouble. And what we were taught as kids, you didn't have to be the best on your instrument. But if you were yourself and you had an individual style, that was acceptable. In Montreux at the festival, the whole attitude there was, we just want to hear what kind of ideas you have. It's a world of ideas that we live in. What do you want to say? It's not, we expect you to do this kind of performance. I'll look out and I'll just sense something. If I ask the audience what they'd like, I get a list of requests. That's not it. It's, what do you emotionally need? What do we need right now that'll make us all feel better? There's things that need to be expressed that can't be expressed any other way than with music. As with any kind of art, there's a specific method of expression that fills the need of humanity. That's what keeps us from going crazy. And it used to be, the bigger the city, the more they appreciated individuality. The smaller the town, the more they wanted an Elvis copy or a Frank Sinatra clone. You know, nowadays, everywhere they seem to want clones. But when I play for kids, millennials in particular, you know, they really dig. They want to know more about, where does this music come from? What's happened? How come we don't have it today? The whole world is getting to be like, stay in your corner, wait, don't move and don't say anything individual. You got to talk like everybody else. You got to think like everybody else. Does anybody think about that quote around the top of the Jefferson Memorial that says, I have vowed before the altar of God eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man. So what are you going to do? You got to go on. You got to be yourself, have to find some way to express. And I think that's our purpose now. We should show kids how it's done, or at least how it was. And it's not done by being cynics and copying. It's done by being happy with yourself and expressing yourself. And we didn't care anything about being popular, but we became popular because we were genuine. I think that's the answer to that question. How can a bunch of guys who have no truck with the world and popularity become popular? Blues is life. Everybody has the blues. Khrushchev and our president, Lord, because blues is life. And it made me know I was not alone. The biggest thing about problem in life is loneliness. And the answer is to love.
Gone away, and I won't be back till fall. And if the weather suits my clothes, I won't be back